Here's why most studio and bootcamp owners get stuck between 10 and 20K a month and can't scale past that point. So if you're a gym owner or a bootcamp owner and you've grown to about 100, 150 members, you might be experiencing the fact that no matter how hard you work, you can't seem to break through to that next level and nothing seems to grow. And on top of that, you probably need to hire some coaches and get some help, but the money's just not there. So let me walk you through the 3 biggest problems that I see gym owners come to at this level. And we've been through all these problems ourselves as well, and what we did to get to the next level. So the first problem is low or no profit margin. So if you don't have enough profit margin, there's no way you're going to be able to scale your business. And that's because profit is what you reinvest to get to the next level, to buy more advertising, to hire coaches and get staff, or to reinvest in tech and software that will automate delivery to clients at a higher level. Most gym owners get stuck at 100 to 150 members. They're doing everything themselves. They're doing the marketing, the sales, the coaching themselves. And what happens then is they're unable to serve that many clients on their own. So they're burned out and overwhelmed. That can work up to 50 members on your own, but after that point, you're going to need help. And the problem then comes is when you're trying to serve over 100 customers on your own, service naturally drops. You're going to start dropping the ball. You start having a more negative energy. Clients can feel it. And what happens then is the churn rate goes up. So most gym owners at this level, they have like a 10% churn rate, meaning if you have 100 members, 10 are dropping off every month because the service isn't what it used to be. And therefore, no matter how hard you go to market, if you sell 10 new memberships a month, all you're doing is replacing the ones that were already there. So nothing will grow no matter how hard you work. That's because you're lacking the profit margins. The second problem is no systems. A scalable business is built on systems, not on hustle. So every task that you do needs to be documented into a standard operating procedure, or an SOP for short, so that somebody else can do it for you, or it can be plugged into an automated machine. So the problem gym owners have here is that there's a difference between working in your business and working on the business. You've probably heard that a lot, so let me break it down of what exactly it means. Working in the business means you're doing the tasks, you're executing the different systems you might have. You're doing sales calls, you're making Facebook posts, you're coaching a session. Working on the business is taking a 30,000-foot view at the systems that you're using or the tasks you're doing and saying, how well are they performing and how could we optimize them? So for example, if you're just doing sales calls or consultations all day long and you're closing 30% of them, then that's you working in the business. But things are only going to grow if you then take a step back once a week and say, hey, let's look at our sales process. What could we change to get a 50% conversion and then plug that system in? That's how you get a 20% increase in sales for the same amount of work per hour. And that is what gives you profit. So you need to get systems dialed in for every area, and then you can start working on those systems to constantly improve them and do them faster, better, or cheaper. The third problem then is lack of leadership. Now, leadership is a big, vague term, I know, so I'll tell you exactly how we break this down and how we teach this to our own gym managers. So leadership is a number of skills, including emotional intelligence, which is the ability to understand and regulate your own emotions and those of others. It's emotional resilience, which is the ability to tolerate stress. It's productivity, discipline, and focus. So you know always what the priority needs doing is, and you know what the priorities are for each of your team members. It's influencing your team to perform at their best at all times. And it's also, as a leader, holding a vision and a culture that inspires people to want to be a part of it and do their best and attract the best A players to work for you. So you can have all the profit and all the systems in the world, but if you don't have that leadership element, nothing is going to scale. And the reason why is I like to use this metaphor. In business, your systems are like the skeleton, but on their own, they don't really do anything. Your cash flow or profit is like the muscles that start moving those systems. But the leadership, the culture, That is the soul or the spirit that gets the whole thing moving. So you as the CEO, you need to stay focused on the right things, organize yourself and your team to be ultra productive every single day. You need to learn how to build your own energy reserves so you can get more done in one day than your competitors do in 1 month. Plus, you need to build your emotional resilience muscles to be able to handle the responsibilities of growing a company and leading people into the top 1%. So if you want help implementing all of this, I have a step-by-step gym business scale checklist, which I can give you for free. Just comment below wherever you're seeing this. I'll send it over to you, and that'll help you understand where the gaps are in your business and what you need to fix to break through and start doubling up or tripling up your revenue whilst taking more time off and being less stressed.